How does this sort of economic, I was going to say Cold War with China, but it seems pretty hot. How does that affect some of the ways you think about these transformative technologies? Because again, our government is banning advanced, technology sales to China. It just seems like we're going to be in this bipolar tech world.
It's great for America.
Does it? Okay, I want to hear.
Unbelievable. It's an unbelievable boon for America. And it's an unbelievable boon for America's technology sector. Yeah, the thing is, when you look inside of China, they are extremely good at process engineering. They're also extremely good at additive manufacturing. They're extremely great in things like specialty chemicals. But all of those things, when you think about the precursors, come from American, European, Australian companies that now have a huge incentive to diversify that supply chain away from China. That benefits American companies in a massive way. And so China's response is muted. So for example, we said we are going to slow down the flow of extremely advanced semiconductor manufacturing equipment into China. China's response said we are not going to allow you guys to get the input components to certain silicon wafers that are used in PV cells. I mean, if you had to rank these things, no offense, but we can make solar cells. The equipment that you need to get to 2 nanometer scale in chip design comes from the Dutch, the Germans, and the Americans. And so it's a really interesting moment where this, the game theory optimal view is that China's cost advantages actually get moved over, right? So the margin decay in China gets replaced by margin expansion in these businesses here, but now allow them to operate in parity. So I think it's a really, really unique moment.
Do some of these geopolitical kind of issues, maybe call them disconnects, do they present unusual opportunities for somebody who's doing early stage investing?
Yeah, I mean, I'll give you one thing that I can't totally talk about, but kind of can talk about. But there's an extremely large government that we partnered with to create a specialty chemical that's used in the battery supply chain. And this is a 49-51 joint venture between us and them, where they're giving us discounted pricing, we're building the entire supply chain, it benefits from the BIL and the IRA and the CHIPS Act in the United States. That deal would not have been possible 3 or 4 years ago. A, that an organization like ours would partner with the government. B, that deal would be reliable. And these are the kinds of opportunities now that have been unleashed because people want to diversify away from the Chinese supply chain. I think China will do well. I think that they have an incredibly vibrant internal ecosystem, but wherever sort of the G7 can put pressure on the criticality of these supply chains and diversify and force them through subsidies or other things to just be North America or a different set of allies, it's going to create a lot of economic tailwinds for those people that play in that.